Wow, the natural lighting is good for once. Hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Maggie. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that big red subscribe button and also like this video. In today's video, I will be sharing with you guys my shifting bucket list. So that's gonna be some different places that I'm planning to shift to throughout my life. This is also a bonus video as I don't usually upload on Thursdays, but since it's New Year's Eve, I thought it would be nice to end this year with a simple video like this. Also, make sure to comment down below all of the places you're planning to shift to, or you're shifting to right now, or you have shifted to. I'm really curious to know. Let's get right into this video. The first thing I want to do, this is the first place I've ever wanted to shift to. It's 1986, and it's basically like a reality where I'm a model slash actress in the 80s and befriend the band members from INXS, which is my favorite band. And I think I've mentioned this before here that I wanted to shift to that reality. But yeah, I think it would be really cool to experience this whole like 80s Hollywood experience. Next, I would want to go to 1982, and in that reality, I would like to meet the members from Duran Duran, who were really big at that time. Number 3 is go to see the Live Aid concert in 1985. If you're not familiar with that, it's one of the most iconic concerts in the history of music. It was by Band Aid, who recorded the song Do They Know It's Christmas, which was a fundraiser for Africa. And that concert had so many good bands and artists that I'm a fan of, and I would really want to see that and experience that. Number 4 is go to the 1991 INXS Wembley concert. That's kind of self-explanatory. It's such an iconic concert. I've seen it many times, but I would want to go there and actually see it in person. Number 5 is go to a Michael Jackson concert. You all know that I'm a big Michael Jackson fan, and unfortunately he passed away before I became a fan and before I was like old enough to like his music. So it would be really nice to go back in time and actually see him perform live, because I know his performances were quite iconic. Number 6 is to star in an 80s movie. As you all know, I'm a big fan of the 80s. I think it would be really cool to be an actress in an actual 80s movie. And as I said, yeah, experience that whole Hollywood 80s experience. Number 7 is to shift to Star Trek: The Next Generation. That's the second TV series after Star Trek, the original one. And I think it would be really cool to shift to a spaceship. 8 is obviously shift to Hogwarts, as everyone else is doing. Number 9 is shift to a 2D universe. I don't know exactly where I would shift, but I think it would be really cool to just see how a 2D world would look like in real life in a shifting experience. Number 10 is shift to a reality where I'm actually a singer in 1984 and I get invited to the recording of Do They Know It's Christmas. I mentioned this before, like Band Aid and everything. First of all, I'm not a good singer in this current reality, so it would be cool to see how I sing if I were to be a singer in the 80s. I just would want to be invited to the recording of Do They Know It's Christmas because, first of all, there's so many iconic artists in that studio on that day in 1984. Second of all, it's such an iconic song and for a good cause, and I would love to be a part of that in some universe. Number 11 is shift to Stranger Things. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Anyone that likes Stranger Things will understand this. I think it's just such a cool universe to shift to. Number 12 is shift to that 70s show. And again, I'm an absolute fan of that show. I think it's hilarious and I love the characters, so I'd love to shift there as well. Number 13 is shift to Ready Player One. I don't know if you guys can see the poster, but that's a Ready Player One poster. I've read the book, I've seen the movie a few times. I'm a huge fan of that book, franchise, whatever, but I think it's such a cool reality to shift to as well. Number 14 is shift to the Goonies, and that's one of my favorite movies, and I would really love to experience their adventure that they had. Number 15 is shift to The Lost Boys, and that's another favorite movie of mine, which I really love from the bottom of my heart. I think being a vampire or like a vampire slayer in Santa Carla in 1987 or 1986 would just be like a totally radical experience. Number 16 is again shifting to a movie. This one would be Stand By Me, which is my absolute favorite movie. I really love it. I really love the characters, and it would just be really cool to get to know them and have an adventure with them. Number 17 is shift to the CHERUB book series. If you haven't read that book series, please read it. It's so good, you won't regret it. And yeah, I think the whole plot is so interesting. I would love to be a part of it. Number 18 is shift to a reality where I'm an animal. I'm not sure. I think it is possible, because when you shift, you can become anything. So shifting to a reality where I become an animal, I think that would be pretty cool to experience, to like see what it feels like. Number 19 is shift to the future, and I think it would be amazing to see what happens, or like what's it gonna be like. Are we gonna die in a few years, or are we gonna stop climate change and all of those problems? I think it would be cool to see the future, but also maybe experience a future where, like, you know, how everyone imagines it, all of the electronics and all of that new wave stuff. I think that would be a cool experience. My dad is passing by my room with his loud radio playing. Okay, it's quiet now. Last but not least, I would want to shift to like the 19th century or even earlier than that, to experience how people lived there and their lifestyle and everything like that. I think, again, it would be really cool to see how life was back then, and in contrast to what it is right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys got some new ideas for where to shift to next time. I hope you guys are having a great New Year's Eve. I'll see you tomorrow, actually, in 2021 with another video. Stay tuned for that. Make sure to subscribe if you're new, like this video. As I said before, comment down below the reality you want to shift to right now. And yes, stay groovy, and I'll see you in 2021. Bye!